Say bye-bye. This is my old room when I lived at my parents'. Like, I grew up in this room, so it is wild to be back. Fun fact, so this was my room and it was painted pink and purple. And then when I left Steph, she was doing YouTube, so she's like, I need like a little filming room. So she painted this whole room white. And so I'm actually grateful for that right now, because at least I have like a white wall aesthetic going. But my whole world has been flipped upside down. By the way, the room's empty, so there's definitely an echo. I'm sorry if my audio is not as good as it normally is. Kylo actually got a hold of my camera and it fell. Thank God the only thing that broke was the stand of my mic. So not my actual mic, but the stand. But I can't use the mic without the stand. So the stand was only like $20. Got a new one, but it hasn't come yet. My whole world has been flipped upside down in the last week and a half, and it's been a lot. So regarding the whole move, like, I thought that I would have more time. This wasn't my ideal scenario. My ideal scenario was like for things to happen just more organized and smooth and wait until 2025. But here we are. The housing market is so unpredictable. The housing market in Canada specifically, everywhere but in Canada specifically especially, is so unpredictable right now, and it's such a risk to wait until next year. And as much as I didn't want to accept it, because like I said, you guys know I'm such a type A person, so you know this whole process has been giving me anxiety, okay? I'm such a type A organized person. Sorry if I'm looking down at my phone, I'm looking at my Ring doorbell camera. There's been so many showings in and out at the house, so that's why I'm at my parents' house right now, because there's just so many showings at the house right now that I'm constantly having to leave and come back and leave and come back. So I'm just like, I'm just gonna go to my mom's house today. She's with Kylo right now. So that's why I'm watching my Ring doorbell. So you guys know how type A I am. I ideally wanted this process to be very organized, but the reality is the world doesn't wait for nobody, and the housing market's gonna go up and down when it wants to go, and it's not gonna wait for me to be organized and ready. When I look at the numbers and I look at the housing market, if I wait any longer, there's a huge risk factor that I could lose a lot of money. Or I should say I could lose more money, because the reality is I should have sold last year when I could have left with a lot more money, and I could have sold my home for more and had such a large amount to invest. This video is literally just me documenting. This is like my little video diary. I think I'm gonna have a whole video on everything at some point. So basically what I'm trying to say is, what am I trying to say? My brain has just been so scrambled, and it's like, yeah. So obviously when people sell their home, they want to take as much money as possible. Because the reality is, I bought into my home and I got into one of the fastest growing cities in the GTA at the perfect time. And I'm always so grateful for that. Like, fate lined up perfectly for me in that way. I bought my home at a perfect time because that city started growing really rapidly after that, and the market started growing really rapidly. So the reality is I'm able to leave with such a great amount that I can invest in my businesses. And I'll go into my reasonings, like I said, for why I decided to do everything in a separate video. The decision was just made after, me and my husband sat down, looked at the market. You gotta just look at the proof in the pudding, and the reality is it's just too risky to wait until next year to sell. The market could very well go up next year, and that would have been amazing. That's what I kept thinking, or hoping for. But the reality is there's like a 50-50 chance it's gonna go up or it's gonna go down. Am I gonna take that risk? No, because if I take that risk, I'm gonna lose a lot of money. Whereas now I walk away with a very sizable amount. This is what I need to do with my life. I just know this is what I need to do, but it's really hard. This has been one of the hardest weeks of my life, because having Kylo adds a different layer of complexity to the situation, because not only put my own feelings aside, but just him, it's I almost feel guilty that I'm taking him away from the home that he was born in, the home that he was brought home in, not born in, but brought home in, I guess. The home that he's grown up in so far. But the good thing is he's only 2, he's so young. At that age they're so flexible and adaptable, but there's this element of guilt. I'm very much the mom that wants to create comfort and routine for their kid. I'm not the free mom, and there's times when I envy it. I wish I could be the free mom that travels to here and then travels to there and then travels to here. I'm very much the mom that just wants to create such a stable routine for their kid, and Kylo is good on that, you know what I mean? And it's I feel kind of bad just plopping him out of his home and his routine, but I just know this is the best decision for us and our family. So it's one of those things where it's just bittersweet. It's you're doing the right thing, but it's hard to do it. And I do think that some of the best decisions that are worth it are some of the hardest at the same time. It's just been a whirlwind because a whirlwind. Am I saying that word right? First of all, I don't even know if I look okay. Like, I have not even looked in the mirror, so please excuse my appearance. I feel like my lips are a little bit dry. I left the house in such a rush this morning. I have been cleaning the house like a maniac and like patching up any holes or markings on the wall, painting everything so that the house looks spick and span. The photographer came over, took photos of the house, we listed the house. Basically, all of this happened. Like, we decided, you know what? Now's the time. Like, we need to just take our shot and take our investment and take what we can instead of risking on losing money. And it's like we made that decision, and the next day the realtor came. The next day we met with the realtor photographer. Like, it's just like bam, bam, bam. And then a week later we listed our home. So it's like everything happened so fast. And like, y'all, I'm not even gonna lie to you guys, I haven't even had a chance to full on sit down and just cry. I've had like little bits and pieces here where I've had just a few tears, but I've like held it in and like wiped it away and just pushed it down because I don't want Kylo to see me upset. He's already acting a little off, Kylo. Like, yesterday we took him to the park. He didn't want to play at the park, which is the first time. He's never not wanted to play at the park. He just wanted to sit in the stroller and go for a walk. Granted, he was very tired, but I think he senses that there's like things changing, and that's making me feel guilty. That's a whole other thing I don't even want to talk about because I will cry. But anyways, I feel like I am due to sit down and just have a really good cry. I literally was in the car and I told my husband, I was like, yo, I literally, like, I need to have a good cry. Like, I think I'm gonna take a bubble bath soon at some point and just like let it rain, because this whole process has been absolutely insane. Like I said, this all just happened so fast. It is March 14th. The best time to list your home is in the spring. So it's like if we wait any longer, then it's like the market just does naturally go down towards the end of summer. The decision was basically like now, or you wait until next year and take the risk. It's no like, oh, wait a month or two, or wait 2-3 months. No, like, it's March. The best time to list your home is March, April, May. So it's like the decision needs to be now. Everything just happened so fast. There's been showings at the house. We had so many showings booked within 2 hours of listing our home. And our realtor was like, that's because your home is gorgeous. Like, he's like, I'm not even trying to like gloat you up. Your home looks like it came out of a magazine. And I'm just like, I know that's a compliment, but I don't want to hear that because I freaking love my home. Like, I love my home. And when I hear things like that, I'm just like, I know it's gorgeous because I freaking designed it and I built it. Our home was a new construction, but we took it further than that. And my dad's a contractor and he like customized it. We took it further. We ripped out all the hardwood floorings, did extra wide. At that time, builders weren't even offering light hardwood floors. Like, nowadays, light hardwood floors are the trend. So every builder offered them. Back then, my builder wasn't even offering that. And I wanted the beautiful like California modern farmhouse transitional home with the light floors. So my dad like ripped everything out, customized everything. We made the doors taller. Like, we ripped out the doors, made the framing higher. We did all new trims. Like, I customized that home to be exactly like my dream starter home. Now, I always said that home was never my like dream home because I've always wanted to build a custom home. Like, I don't even need to go into details in this video because you guys have probably heard this if you've been OG followers of mine. I've always wanted to build like my own custom home in the future, but that was like my dream starter home, like my dream starter family home where I could start my family in. And that's what I did. And it served its purpose, but I thought it would serve its purpose longer. But like, life changes and you change as a person. And let me just tell you, like, I'm not gonna cry in this video. I'm telling you right now, I'm not doing it because we're just not doing it. I'm saying that because I can already feel myself and I'm just not doing it. Life changes, and I changed as a person when I had Kylo. My priorities changed. What I want in life has changed. And like I said, I'm not gonna go into details in this video on why we moved. If you wanna know why we moved, I think I'm gonna do a whole video on like that specific reason because it's a pretty big reason. Anyways, things just happen and your priorities change and what you want out of life changes, and I just know this is the right decision for our family. And anyways, there's people like when there's showings for them to come see the home, to buy my home, there's this level of possessiveness. Like, I just still feel like I'm like, that's my home. Just the realtor alone saying this is exactly what people want, this home is gorgeous, this is going to sell quick, it's probably gonna go over asking. I'm just like, all those things are great, but yeah, it's because it's like I built this home. It's my beautiful home. It stings. So there's just this level of like wave. Like, when I listed the home, it's like, whoa. And then like when you get your first showing and like there's someone else's car parked on your driveway, I'm just like, it's just strange. Anyways, I came to my mom's house today because there's just so many showings at the house that it's hard to go in and out. Yesterday, we literally spent 2 hours with Kylo and Sugar just walking around to like waste time. And then we have to take Kylo to the mall to use time because, yeah, so It's just been a lot, and I wasn't expecting things to move this quickly, but also just hoping everything goes good. There's just so much uncertainty, and I am not used to uncertainty. I like answers, control, organization. That's just me. I'm so type A, and I'm so anal about those things. Like, you guys know I'm a control freak. I love control and organization. So this is so different for me, and it's just like really difficult. It's crazy because I go through like these spurts of excitement, right? Like, I'm like, oh my God, I'm like so excited for like what's to come, and I know this is the right decision. But then I also get like sad because I love my home and I hate to get rid of it. Anyways, I am gonna go get some work done, but I just wanted to turn on the camera and just unload my feelings. Like, it's just been so anxious, but I like cried a little bit on the way here in the car, and I just didn't want Kylo to see me, so I just held myself together. Like I said, I've just been holding myself together, but I feel like I'm gonna explode at some point. So even in this vlog right now, you guys are probably like, oh wow, she's like low-key, like pretty composed. Yeah, because I've gotten very good at just composing myself. Also, shout out to my ashwagandha, because I popped 2 of those yesterday, and that kept me calm. Like, literally, if you need to be calm and composed and like stabilize your mood, get on your ashwagandha, y'all. But I've been doing that for Kylo. Let me make it clear. Like, I've been doing that, keeping composed for Kylo, because when I'm anxious, I look in his eyes, and his eyes start to like go like this, and he starts to get slightly teary. Like, he feels when I'm anxious, and I just will not allow it. Like, I will not. This is when I will start to cry, and I'm not gonna do it. That is my weak spot. I will not, under any circumstance, allow anything to affect Kylo, because he is my world and my top priority. So Kylo is watching Blippi while I am packing right now. It is a Sunday, so that's why I look a little rough. Honestly, I didn't even brush my hair this morning, in all honesty. But yeah, I'm just doing some packing. It's really early, but I figured it's just good to get it done earlier. You know, when you have toddlers, you don't have like that much free time, so I don't want to wait till the last minute and then like you're scrambling. You know, when you don't have kids, you're like, oh, I can stay up till 2 a.m. and just do it if I want. Like, when you have kids, you don't have as much like free time, period. So I'm just like, let me start doing things slowly, even though it's early. But honestly, throughout this whole process, like, I go through periods of like being excited, and then like I go through periods where I'm just like, oh my God, like, it's actually crazy. And you know what's crazy? Like, anytime I come on camera and I want to talk about the other side of things, where it's like, yeah, you're excited, but there's also this other side where it's like a little bit of sadness and like, you know what I mean? I never want to talk about that side because I don't want to make this whole move a sad and negative thing, do you know what I mean? But that doesn't mean that it's that. Like, one can be true and something else can be true at the same time. Do you know what I mean? Like, things are not black and white. There's so much gray in life, but I'm gonna share that side of it right now. Just because I am sad about something doesn't mean I'm not also excited at the same time, you know? My house is just starting to look empty, and it's just so crazy to me because me and my husband were just talking about it. Like, we remember the day we walked in here and it was empty, right? And we were so excited. And it's been 5 years, like just about almost 5 years. Anyways, yeah, it's just crazy to see like my house getting empty the way it was 5 years ago when we first walked in here. It's just like come in a circle, do you know what I mean? And life takes you in turns that you just don't know where it's gonna go. Like, you might plan something, but life just doesn't go according to plan, and things change, and it's just insane to see things like empty again. Everything just feels empty. Decor is gone. It's so crazy that this is my entire makeup collection when my entire makeup collection used to fit in that dresser. But you guys know I decluttered like maybe 2 years ago, and this is my entire makeup collection now. But I'm gonna go through it. I'm pretty sure I want to keep almost everything and then see if I can fit it all. I found this Fenty Beauty bag that they sent me. This is actually perfect. I hope this is big enough to fit everything, almost everything. I'm obviously gonna keep some things aside for my trip, but I'm not taking all my makeup on my trip. So I need to just pack my makeup away. So let's hope it all fits in here, including my brushes. These I'm gonna declutter. I don't need all these anymore. I know I look a little rough right now, y'all, but yeah, I'm in one of the busiest seasons of my life right now, okay? Working. I got an almost 2-year-old. He's turning 2 soon. We're trying to go shopping for his birthday decorations. Packing up my entire life and moving. So yeah, one of the busiest seasons. Anyways, that's why I look like this. Steph is downstairs keeping Kylo occupied so I can pack. There's no way a girl needs this many mascaras. Okay, honey, let's be real. Mascara is one of those things we have like 1 or 2 of our favorites and that's it. So I'm gonna declutter these and they're likely expired anyways. So bye-bye to these, but not this. Love the Mario liner. Yeah, it's gonna be a buy for these for me. Okay, I found a few really cute little makeup bags that brands have gifted me in PR in my studio. So what I'm gonna do is just do a little bit of like organizing, like so that I don't just dump all my makeup in this one bag. I'll put like the brow and eye products in this bag right here. This bag is so cute. It's from Summer Fridays. Let's see what else I can fit in here. Lashes. I don't know. I feel like I should really declutter these. Yeah, declutter those, keeping lashes and lash applicator in there. Okay, this is full now. I think I'm going to declutter this one. Honey, I am keeping that. I actually might pack this with me on my trip. I'm gonna declutter that. This is so pretty, but I think I'm gonna declutter these. I quickly realized it would be much smarter to just keep the makeup in the organizers. That way it stays organized and I don't have to put it all back. Even though I don't know for sure if it's staying in these organizers, I'm taking the organizers anyway. So might as well keep the makeup in the organizers. Well, today's the day that the movers are coming and it feels surreal. I'm vlogging with my phone because I already have my camera all packed up and I don't want to like unpack it because the movers are literally going to be here. By the way, how bomb does my hair look? I did it myself. Thank you. Finally figured out the color. I updated you guys on my Instagram, but yeah, anyways, I had a moment yesterday where I was just like sad just because it's like a chapter closing, but I'm obviously excited as well for like another chapter opening. It's just a lot of like different emotions and it's just crazy. I just remember the first day I walked in here, and for those of you who don't know, this home was a new build. So we saw it being built from scratch, like literally from dirt to home. And it was just like such a surreal experience. I'm just doing the last little bit of tidying up now. My mom just picked up Kylo, so he's gonna stay at her house today. And yeah, last day in this room.